Delano, now on Bounce, are you prepared for retirement? Our resident retirement specialist, Rhondale Haywood, is here. Nice to have you back.
It's nice to be back.
Some important advice to make sure folks are on the right track when it comes to retirement. I know it can sort of seem like a far-off thing for a lot of people, and I think that lessens the urgency that they need to have. Right. When do folks need to start preparing for retirement?
You know what? That's a great question. And you know, last time I was here, we really focused on folks that were early on in their career. So 20s, early 30s. You can never start too early. That's the direct answer to your question. But I think it's important to talk about people that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, and sort of that mid-stage of your career. And you know, the tough thing that happens there is it's tough to prioritize. You've got college savings, which is a big one. You've got the emergency roof repairs. You've got the emergency vacation that you need to take. But the best advice that we can give people is, listen, put yourself first. I know it's tough, and you feel guilty doing it, but you've got to do it. There's so many different ways to pay for college, but I really don't know anybody that's given out a scholarship for retirement.
Hey, perfect point there. Is your 401k enough? Do you need something else? Because I just have a 401k.
The 401k is going to be key. You know, speaking of folks that are in different stages, if you're in your 50s, then you're thinking about making that catch-up contribution. People over 50 years old have the opportunity to do something that the rest of us can't do, and that's contribute an extra $5,500 a year in a 401k or 403b. You can also contribute another $1,000 to Roth IRAs and traditional IRAs. So when you say, is a 401k enough? Well, it's never too much. You know, if you're putting out a fire, how you're going to keep that fire extinguisher going until you don't see any more flames, right? Maybe a little more after that. So take advantage of that. If you can secure pension plans or anything like that, you've got to diversify that retirement paycheck, they say.
And so that you can keep, you know, living in the lifestyle that you have become accustomed to.
Exactly. And I said before, that lifestyle is more like what you do on Saturdays than what you do Monday through Fridays. So it can be kind of expensive. The other thing that happens is that a lot of people are late to the game and they feel bad. You know, what did I do if I'm in my 40s or 50s and haven't started saving for retirement because I've prioritized my child's education or something like that? It's never too late. You got to get started and do it often.
Last thing here, what are the key things that folks need to do to make sure they're prepared for retirement? If there were 3 things, what would you say?
Number one, 50% of all people that have contributed $1 to a 401k plan have left an orphan 401k behind. So rule number one, I would say, don't leave those 401k behind. Go and you know, collect them and consolidate them, even with your employer. Number two, I said before, you can't save too much for retirement. You never heard anybody say, man, I've got way too much for retirement. I've got to start giving away. That's the second thing. And the third thing is pay yourself first. It's tough to do, but you have to do those 3 things, and you should have a pretty successful retirement.
And that's what I like about the 401k is those pre-tax dollars. It's already gone. By the time the check hits your direct deposit, you've already put some money away for your 401k, and you got to keep doing that. Keep it up. You said give till it hurts. That was my takeaway the last time you were here. So thank you for that, Rhondale Haywood, our resident retirement specialist, giving us some great advice tonight.
My pleasure.
Appreciate your time. Delano?
All right, we want